Welcome back to the BidBook video series. I'm Stephen Johnson, your host. Today we'll be talking about how to track multiple bids and relate them to a project. All right, let's get to it. We had been talking about the sales pipeline, how it relates to the BidBook stages, and how those BidBook stages run through a bid and a project. Now, if we deliver our bid to our project one-to-one, we have one bid and one project, the method we use is the bid is created, usually from an ITB, runs through the estimate and working stage, is submitted and followed up on, and then is closed at the win of the bid after it's been submitted. When you close the bid, it automatically creates a project to continue through operations closeout and final archiving. Closeout might be to get your bond back or do your final invoicing, your completion notices. So delivery and closeout. All right. Now what we want to look at is another situation. What if there's multiple bids for the same project? Our first bid comes in, we assign it to an estimator, start estimating, and we're not even submitted yet, and a second bid comes in. And that second bid, we know is for the same project as the first bid. Keywords, site location, but the GC is different. So what do we do with the second project? We complete our estimate and submit it for the first bid. We reuse the estimate. We already know about the project. We already have project documents. We have to pull them for this GC and their forms, but basically it's the same estimate, so we save a lot of time re-estimating with a minor GC change. Same for the third bid. What if a third bid comes in from another GC and we haven't even finished yet? Well, reuse the first estimate again and keep going. Now, let's take a look in BidBook for this situation and how these projects relate to each other. All right, so let's look at an Amazon project. Let's say we want to know if any of these other Amazon bids exist out there. Take Amazon keyword out of the title, do a global search, and we'll find accounts, other contacts, bids, and we're going to ignore the project for the moment. Let's focus in on these bids. We have different keywords. We can see the work type is similar, and the big piece, we have a common number we've applied to each of these bids for purpose of tracking. So if we knew that number, we could find them all at once as well. If they have a common site location, they could also be searched on. However, the site location is not always known during the early bidding process. Okay? So there's 2 or 3 different ways to track multiple bids for the same project. Now, we have a solution for that that improves beyond just searching and using a common bid number. So if we were going to do our bid and had one project, we would call that one-to-one. We would run our bid all the way to the end, close it, and bid. Similar to what we did here. Run it to the end, bid, create the project. Now, with multiple projects, what we recommend is creating the project from the first bid early on at estimate when most of the data is entered. Then we work the bid as normal, and when it closes, it will automatically update the existing project with the final proposal amount and any other pertinent information, dates, will all be updated into the project to continue its delivery. Now, we were talking about a multiple bid to project scenario. That's why we create that project early. Right around estimate, we create the project. When the second bid comes in, we link that. When the third bid comes in, we link that to the project as well. Now we need your help linking to the project. We could guess at keywords and stuff, but we leave it to where you can search and connect these projects. Now let's say the third project is the winner. As soon as we disposition the third project to win, it's going to close the first two bids or the other related bids and update the project with the winning bid information. Which GC won, what account won, who's our contact, what is the amount for that GC? Because it may have been a different bid that created this project, so we update it with the winning information and close all other bids. Okay, let's take a look at what that looks like in BidBook. So let's go back and do our search. Here we find a project and multiple bids. So let's step into the project. And because our bids are linked to this project, of course, now that one has been won, well, we haven't marked it as win yet. So let's pick a project to win. We're not even submitted yet. So first we're going to mark this bid for submit. It's going to automatically update the dates when we mark the status, and it's going to, so it updated the current date we submitted and a follow-up date 10 days from now, created a follow-up task, and if we actually go to the project that we updated, we can see the status has been submitted. All right. So usually you would submit the other two. We don't control the bid submission from the project level because each bid submission is slightly different with different information, so you need to go to the record, do your submit. Get it? Now that it's been submitted, say this is our winning bid. This was the one that won. We're going to mark it closed. We're going to need a disposition. It won. Why did it win? This is the winning bid. I don't really have a good reason, so winning bid. We save it and mark it as complete. Still saving. There we go. Must have missed the button. And then we're going to save it, and it's marked as complete and closed. Now when we go to the project, we should be able to see that all the bids are closed because the winning bid updated the project, closed all previous bids, or all other related bids, and updated its latest data to the project, leaving it at contract and setup to continue to deliver the project. So that's why we use a project when we expect multiple bids, and we create that project early so we can link the bids to it. So when we finally get up to winning a bid, the system knows what other bids to go out and close and which bid to update to the project. Thank you. Hope to see you in future video series.